Oh, America's accountant, Mr. Dan Geltrude. Dan, thanks for coming on. It's been, I don't want to be overly hyperbolic, but it's been kind of like a whiplash all day today.
It really has. Is it on? Is it off? Let's start with this, Scott. I believe that for the most part, wars in the future are going to be fought economically. And this is exactly what's happening of what you see Trump doing with our neighbors to the north and the south. So now Mexico has already blinked because these tariffs weren't even placed for a day. Trump and the Mexican president have had a discussion. Now the Mexicans are going to send 10,000 troops to the border. They're also restoring stay in Mexico. So there's already movement in the direction that Trump wants to go. So now those tariffs have been paused for a month with Mexico. And as you said, he's supposed to speak with Trudeau of Canada this afternoon. Let's see where that goes. But I have to tell you, Scott, I don't actually believe that Trump's demands are unreasonable. They're just not. I think what he's saying as far as, hey, listen, we got to control illegal immigration. We have to stop fentanyl from coming into the United States. And we do have to have some discussions about trade deficits. So now whether he's using a big stick when it's not necessary, I don't know. But it's all about getting results. And the last thing I want to say about getting results, I believe that Trump recognizes he's got 2 years to get a lot of stuff done. That's why we're seeing everything going like crazy. And I'll tell you why, is because if there's going to be some initial pain, like with these tariffs, he needs some time for that pain to wear off so that by the time we get to the midterms, the Republicans keep both houses, and now he gets 4 years of working on his policies.
You make a huge point there, and I think that this is what if I was going to give him any advice, and he doesn't care what I have to say, but anyway, I would say this. I think, last night I heard him for the first time on the tarmac say that there's going to be some pain in the short term. I think they really need to lay that out there, because, with what we see happen on the left, he's already getting blamed for the egg prices and the likes. That's only going to get worse the longer it goes. So I think that he needs to make sure that everybody knows that these things, you can't turn this aircraft carrier around as quickly as a lot of people would like to see it turned around. It's been going in the wrong direction. We did a show on this last week. It's been going in the wrong direction for so long and built up enough steam that you just can't blink your eye or snap your fingers and have this thing turned around. I think he's got to do maybe a little bit more about laying this out so he's got everybody, all their expectations are in line with his.
I agree with you, Scott. And as you and I have already discussed about how much can Trump get done and how quickly can he do it and how do you deal with inflation and all these other things. Look, he's only got, he has to be thinking, I got 2 years. But if I can get positive results, especially as you get closer to those midterms, I might be able to pull it off to hold, government with the Republicans and be able to get another 2 years, which if he does that, Scott, then you start to set it up as to whether his successor, perhaps J.D. Vance, will get a shot at 4 years. So this is big time stuff he's dealing with here,
and he's
politically.
He's got a tight time frame. You're exactly right, because in the short term, arguably, some of the things that he wants to do could be a little inflationary. So you're going to see an uptick in inflation at the same time he's trying to tell everybody, slow your roll, this will all be worth it in the end, even after we've gone through year after year 21% inflation, which is going to hurt a little bit. So I think that like you said, he's on a time frame. It's tight. It's more than likely 2 years. So he's got, if you notice, it's not just tariffs. He's got Doge working. He's doing, he's got Rubio out there. He is doing things all over the shop because I believe you're right. He sees he's only got a 24-month window to get this stuff done.
Yeah, that's exactly the point here. But look, people can have a short memory, and he's got to bank on that because as we see, well, look at today, right? We started off this morning with tariffs on Mexico. And a few hours later, well, now we're on hold, and it looks like Mexico wants to come to the table and negotiate these things. So I would say that's already a win. I think these other countries know Trump is serious and he's not messing around, and no one really knows what he's thinking. So all these things work to his advantage, Scott.
Yep, he's going to keep it close to the chest so he can pivot when he wants. That's for sure. Thank you very much, Dan. Congratulations on your new show. If you really want 5 seconds to say where it's at, I think I saw something on social media. You got something going?
Yeah, we're doing a 10-part series on WEON, and it's all about tokenization. Oh. Fascinating stuff, Scott, because that is the future.
Okay, brother. Thanks for being on. Thanks for kicking us off on a Monday. Dan Geltrude coming to us from Nutley, New Jersey. All right, let's take a look at